Hi everyone, it's Robert at the Samplist, and today we'll be checking out Delicate Strings by Sonixinema. Delicate Strings is Sonixinema's first installment in their ScoreHub, which is a free sample library, featuring a 14-piece string ensemble where the players are weaving in and out individually instead of in unison, giving the sense of a constantly moving, organic sound. It includes 5 presets with 5 mic positions and the one moving sustain articulation. Delicate Strings is a free download through Sonixinema's ScoreHub. The installed size of all the files is just over 1 GB, and it runs on the free Kontakt player, version 7 or higher. In this video, we're going through some of the presets of Delicate Strings, do an overview of the library, and a composition. We will hear this beautiful library in context. And a big shout out, by the way, to Sonixinema for starting this series of giving away free libraries, because it gives access to everyone who wants to try things out. But with all that said, they're in no way influencing my thoughts and opinions on this video. With all that said, let's go. Alright, so we have Delicate Strings open here. We have 5 presets really to go through. Yes, it says there's 4, but I count the master as a preset because it's this nice blank slate that's just the clean, beautiful sound of the string ensemble. So without further ado, let's get right into it and just go through these. These all sound really cool. So far, I'm really digging this. I really like how this preset uses the delay with the reverb to make this really nice long release. I really like how it just comes off so beautifully. I noticed that it has a lot more of the gloss over here, which makes it seem like it's going to have more bite to it. I think this is really nice. So let's get right to preset 2 and keep going. So for this sounds so cool. It sounds so mellow in a way that gives it this sense of vulnerability. It's so intimate and gorgeous, but yet sad, yet emotional. For me, it checks all the boxes for a lot of things I would do. Let's keep going. So for this, we're really hearing how the degrade comes in, and it makes a really interesting texture here. Something I could see myself using in something that I would like strings in, but something with some grit to it. I think that's really cool here. Last but not least, preset number 4. So yeah, that about does it. I like how the gator is used in one of the presets here, and you could just really change that however you'd like. It's kind of like a blank slate for the gator itself, and I think that's good to have here. So you just pop that one open and just go right for it. I think it sounds really cool. So yeah, that does it for this part of the video here. It's straightforward. It's mainly the one articulation where it has this organic flow, but the gator kind of makes it have a bit of its own articulation, which is nice. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I will use this a lot. This being part of their free series, I think this is a really good get. So next, we'll go to the UI. All right, so the UI for this is similar to Sonixinema's other products. So right here, we have it say delicate strings, and I do like how it tells you what you're hearing. I like how it's just a straightforward explanation right there. Down here, we have our global area here with our proximity, which to me seems if we're closer or further back. Let's play a note. You can really hear the difference there. We also have our expression here, but at the moment, it's not connected to anything. Usually I would connect this to CC11, which I did in the composition. That way it gives you more of a dynamic contrast, at least for me. With the blur, let's have a good listen to that. It's more or less like a low pass filter. It really makes it sound a little drowned out. I think it's a really cool touch to have. And then for the gloss, it's more like a high pass filter. Really good stuff to have too, for in case you want to have more of the highs stick out. We have our stereo knob here. Bring it further out, wide I should say, or bring it toward more mono. We have our dynamics here, which is connected to the mod wheel. We have our reverb section here, which is on right now. We can toggle all this stuff on and off. The amount, the size, pre-delay. We have quite a selection of reverbs too, which is nice. We have the degrader here, which is like the bit crusher. Our delay, we can sync the delay. Very nice stuff. On the other side here, we have our mic positions. And look at that go. It's kind of like a nice little animation. You can adjust them individually, also mute and solo them. Adjust the stereo field there. You have your auto purge. Then you have your mix here, which to me would be more of like a mix of all the mic positions. Over here you have your EQ, which is pretty in depth here. Then you have your typical ADSR setup. Then we have the gator, which you saw before. We could change the rhythm, the width of the articulation of the gator, the strength. Could swing it up, change the mode, randomize it, play around with the direction, shift the sequence around, reset, clear it all, and save what you have. And looks like there's a lot of different options. Well, different slots, I should say, to save it. And last but not least, you probably would want to know how to turn it on and off. I'm sure that's something I've forgotten in the past. And then the info tab, which I really like because it gives more of an explanation where the library was recorded, the setup, 8 violins, 4 violas, and all that. Gives you the credits here for people in charge of making the library. They even tell you the mics that were used and the room. So if you want to look at the mics that they use, you can easily just look them up. I know I did. I've never even heard of this one, and I looked it up. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, that does it. Like, this is so straightforward, so easy to use. I really dig this. I'm happy that they're giving this out by joining their ScoreHub. I think it's great. So yeah, next is the composition. I hope you like it. So my final thoughts on Delicate Strings is that it's amazing for a free library, and kudos to Sonixinema for releasing something as nice as this. I think even though it's just one articulation technically, with the Gator, I think this is something that you could use in many different ways, especially just on its own with the free flowing and everything. And with the presets, it'll make you think of different types of sounds you can make within the box. I think this is awesome. And then it comes in this ScoreHub section of their site, which has interviews and articles. There are different types of audio snippets where you can hear about how Jacob Shea was hired to score Planet Earth, but to do a negative feedback, networking your way to Hollywood and whatnot. Like, I'm on their site right now, looking at all this, thinking this is great. This is a great resource for new composers, current composers, anyone really. Check it out, seriously. So yeah, that does it. Please like this video and subscribe to the Samplist and tell me what you think of this library, what you think of the ScoreHub, how you would use this library and whatnot. So yeah, happy writing everyone.